There's the whistle. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Who else but Lionel Messi? I don't need to tell anyone what he's capable of. Some critics don't rate him as the best player on the planet. That's because the Argentinian, for me, is on a different planet.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of... Rafael Leao!
What an absolute shame. The composure and imagination to set himself free. He should be locked up after that.
Martinez. Now Paredes. Dybala. Passing is crisp and sharp. Rafael Leao. And he welcomes it in. He's got away. He's judged, surely! McAllister. Dybala. Nicely spread. Now it's Messi. He has found the way through. Rafael Leao. And the through ball. Martinez can clear it away. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Montiel. And it's McAllister. Distributed tidily. No, it's come to nothing. Bernardo Silva. João Neves. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Played into space. No luck with that dink over the top. Montiel, and that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Otamendi. Not getting too much time on the ball here, that is good pressing. Looking for options for movement. Now it's Alvarez. McAllister. Oh, there's a probing ball. He's a sharp little ball here. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And it's Bruno Fernandes. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Dinks one through. Now it's Gonzalez. Trincao. Well, that looks a decent ball. That's a sharp pass. He's having a pop! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Portugal with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. And now they can spring out of defence. Portugal are applying all the early pressure.
Well, they've made all the inroads and their confidence is taking on a growth spurt.
Oh, he's having a go! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Pulls it back. Bullish header! Oh, terrible. This time, surely, has another go! Goal! Portugal! Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
Portugal are in... And a chance! It's run loose. Oh, he's been caught napping. Great ball, and he's in here. He's having a hit! Gonzalez did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Dybala. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. That's good vision. And it's made its way to him. Rafael Leao plays it. Bruno Fernandes! That is decidedly lacking.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Oh no, that was never going to make it.
Argentina definitely like their pressing from the front.
Yeah, it's relentless at times, Jim, isn't it? High energy, high intensity.
Standard practice nowadays, Peter. Make sure you don't give your opponents any time to think on the ball.
Oh, important interception. A temporary retreat here. Not where it came from. That has not gone well.
Portugal are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Lovely pass. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Paredes. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. And he's gone searching crossfield. Can he get it through? João Neves.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Otamendi. And here's Messi. Dybala. He's being urged to shoot. Shapes to shoot! But he's left disappointed.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Nuno Mendes. Rafael Leao. Now it's Bernardo Silva. Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes! And he has kept it out somehow.
Bruno Fernandes clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Oh, that's fabulous. The cut, and he shoots! Ronaldo! Superb! About as smooth as it gets. And this is getting better and better. That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
Struck with genuine ferocity. The ball was there at a nice height, and he was able to hit it with great control as well.
And yes, it's him again. So that's two now without reply.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Gonzalez. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. He's had a shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. João Neves.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Nicely weighted. There's the shot! And that's a good finish. Just one goal in it now. Game on! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Argentina are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems...
Tries a shot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Martinez. He's found a way through. And Bernardo Silva! He's got away with one there. McAllister. Otamendi. Now it's Dybala. Nuno Mendes. Threads one in. Bernardo Silva. He is through here. Bernardo Silva stood his ground strongly. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Portugal heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Over to the right flank. Messi is in a really good position out wide. Bernardo Silva. João Neves. That looks a good ball through. And he's managed to get free. Chance for a shot!
What a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be a pivotal moment.
Martinez. And it's Bernardo Silva. And he was alert to it. Montiel. McAllister. Now it's Alvarez. And he plays one through. Trincao. Now João Neves. Bernardo Silva. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Nice defending, it's got the job done. It's a really well-measured ball. And this is Dybala. Can he finish? Ah, he's given it away. And he's following up. And it's in. They are right back in business.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
And that was as close to certain as can be. Cristiano Ronaldo! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Paredes. McAllister. Not the most accurate pass. Diogo Dalot. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Martinez. And the whistle goes for half-time. Portugal are finally getting a much-needed break. It's been absolutely breathless. And neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, I can tell you it's been a wonderful watch, Peter. I'm not complaining. The goals just seem to keep on coming. It clearly means that defending hasn't been at its best, but you know what I'm like when it comes to defending.
So a really enthralling 45 minutes, beautifully poised for the 45 to follow. The score at half-time, 2-2. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Portugal clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them...
He's having a shot! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Paredes. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And Messi!
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Paredes. Now it's Messi. And this is Dybala. He's shifting through the... Messi! That's another chance! And he's stuck it away! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That has been drummed into him from such an early age, Peter. It almost came as second nature. He susses the keeper couldn't hold on to it, and he's there in a flash.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Real chance! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Corner number 2 then. Cristiano Ronaldo! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Tagliafico. And it's McAllister. Paredes. Oh, easy pickings there. It's a good ball out wide. He's picked his way through. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Spread to the right. Rafael Leao scooting forward. João Neves. Shot a goal! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Corner number 3 coming up. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Argentina are looking to go forward now. Opts for safety.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! He's done very well to get to that.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
So their 4th corner of the game. Bernardo Silva! Oh, it's fallen loose again! And that is doing no harm at all.
Yeah, he came away empty-handed in the end, but it was wonderful movement.
Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. So who is the target now? He's having a look at what's available. Just wouldn't stay down for him.
Ah, look, his thinking was more audacious than his attempt.
They get a throw in. And it's Dallo. João Neves. This is a promising build-up. Oh, this looks sharp. Lisandro Martinez, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Oh, nicely intercepted. Bruno Fernandes. Not the most convincing of passes. And here's Rafael Leao. Oh, outsmarting him this time. Now it's Messi. And he's picked out the run. Now that's well seen too. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better.
Dybala! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Paulo Dybala deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Looking for the run. Now, can they get him away? Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Martinez. Montiel. That's Paredes. Otamendi. Now it's Alvarez. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. Well, the defence proved infallible then. And the shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Messi actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Nice sequence of passes, this. Otamendi. Turns back here, probably the best option. Gonzalez. Oh, no joy this time. Paredes. And it's McAllister. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Bernardo Silva. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. Takes a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Rafael Leao is offering a wry smile there.
They're up to 5 corners now. Trincao! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Tagliafico to McAllister. And he was quick to react. No, that's been intercepted. And that is a little undercooked. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! And he hits the net! Any thoughts on the goal?
Yeah, I think it was going to take something very special if the keeper were to get down and claw that out, Peter. It's a quality goal.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
Portugal cut their deficits and look raring to go again.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Martinez knocks it into space. Montiel has the space to scheme. Messi. Now, who's going to be first to this?
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Nuno Mendes. Looking to play him in. Tries to play it through. And that pass just didn't quite work. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Argentina clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Portugal really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
McAllister, and here's the chance to counter. Great vision, and he's picked it up out wide. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
He's found a way through. Space for him to turn and look. Rafael Leao. João Neves. And they can counter here. Cristiano Ronaldo. And that's an excellent interception. Trincao! That was superb goalkeeping.
Trincao really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Well, in my opinion, set pieces are 50-50 moments, and this is a rather big one, and it all depends on the service.
Chance! And yes, it's there! We thought they were done, but never say never. Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Cristiano Ronaldo demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
He's got 4. That is remarkable. So all square with almost no time remaining.
Well, those players out there...
And the finish!
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Nice looking ball. Lisandro Martinez gets over and intercepts. So that means another 30 minutes football. So, Jim, any strong opinions after all of that?
Well, I think many on that pitch were ready for the final whistle to come. So there's still plenty of energy about.
Well, no winner so far, but somebody has to be the winner. And extra time is next. The hostilities have already resumed. Portugal did fantastically well to force extra time, having been on the brink of defeat in normal time. In fact, you could say they're the better off of the two teams, at least psychologically. And he's cut it out. Paredes. Tagliafico. Alvarez. Tries to pass it through. Can he get on the end of this? It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Trincao, and he whips it across. McAllister, now it's Dybala. It's played through for him. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Can he finish? Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Gonzalez has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it. Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's shifting through the gears here. Look at the space here. Great chance! And no, he couldn't find the finish. Gonzalo Inacio. Looking to play him in. Tagliafico cuts out the pass. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Portugal clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Knocks it out wide. Now it's Messi. Inacio deals with that comfortably. Now it's Trincao. Otamendi cuts it out. Rafael Leao, who's set up one goal so far. Ruben Dias gets across to intercept that. And it's Mendes. Bruno Fernandes. Montiel. And now the breakaway. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And that was asking for too much. So there's the whistle, and we will have a brief break. So nothing yet in extra time to make a difference. This, the final 15 minutes, for someone to do something.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 14.
And so the last chance to find a winner. This really has been thrilling. Both sides going at it, and now for the final act. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Oh, that's fabulous. Incoming delivery. Fernandes. Almada threads one in. Diogo Dalot makes the interception. Now, can they get him away? Almada. And the shot! Oh, wow, that's crazy! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! There was to be only one outcome.
Not even a hint of hesitation.
Oh, shooting chance! It's a smartly directed ball. Short changes him with that pass. Decent chance! And that could come back to haunt them.
Well, that's the response the crowd were looking for, Peter, and it's applause all round us here.
Fernandez. De Paul. Here's Lo Celso. Fernandez. It's a pretty loose pass. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't...
And the shot! Oh, it's come off the upright. Nelson Semedo. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Tries to pass it through. Oh, nice touch. Chris goes for a shot! That is ended up in no man's land. Played out towards the right wing. Messi picks it up out wide. Looking for options for movement. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Oh, good spread. Nelson Semedo. Portugal could be just about done here.
Well, I like to see, Peter, that they haven't given up yet, so the spirit burns on.
And he is deftly away.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish, and no half measures from here.
That pass isn't the best. Messi, this is promising. Lovely bit of skill. Out towards the flank. And he lines up a cross. Ah, that's a fine interception. Matthews Nunes. He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, that's a key interception. Ruben Neves. Montiel spots it and intercepts. And it's Rodrigo de Paul. Now it's Martinez. And that is that. Portugal played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promisingly from their perspective, but they are... Well, conditions are unkind to say the least. Welcome everybody on a wet, wet night. The rain is tumbling down here by the bucketful, and it is going to have a real impact on the important contest that lies ahead. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement is...
There's the shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. And the keeper beats it away. The Netherlands have the chance to go the other way. Pedro Porro calmly anticipates. Yamal, nicely weighted ball. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. He's having a shot! Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, a very versatile attacker I quite like, Peter, is Memphis. He can operate out wide or he can play as a number 10. And I think he's probably best used as an inverted winger on that left side. Even when deployed centrally, he does drift to the left. And I guess it's where he's most comfortable.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. Reinders.
Such good technique.
Reinders! It's off target and by quite a way.
The Netherlands have found chances hard to come by, so that's perfectly understandable.
Pedro Porro, Van Dijk cuts it out. Gravenberg for Stefan de Vrij. Timber. And that's a really buccaneering run he's making. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep, showing good feet. Timber. Now here's the delivery. Unai Simon deals with that nice and simple. Pedro Porro. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Pedri. Zubimendi. Pedri. Now it's Oyarzabal. And that's a good ball. Shapes to shoot! Has another go! Goal! Spain! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
The Netherlands are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. And it's Timber. Timber. Oh, this is a terrific run. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Zubimendi gets across to intercept that. That's beautifully weighted. Real chance! And no mistake. And they're threatening to fly away here. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Spain are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
That is a great pick out. Now, this could be a chance. Well read, and the danger is averted.
The Netherlands are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Timber. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He is just caressing the ball. Oh, he's been caught napping. Lenormand cuts out the pass.
Spain always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
Passing nice and neat. It's a pretty loose pass. Lofted upfield. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Spain clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to...
Can he finish? Zubimendi. It's Pedri. Aims beyond the defence. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Shot could be... Takes a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And he's had a shot! Oh, good finish! Just one goal in it now! Game on! That was fabulous. The most adept of touches, the smoothest of finishes.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. Oh, very neat and tidy.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Passing is crisp and sharp. And here's Yamal. Oh, he's bustling through here. Picked out brilliantly. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. It's a promising position. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now that's well seen too. Pedri, looking to play him in. He's picked his way through. Van Dijk defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Not the most accurate pass. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
The Netherlands clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Pau Kubasi gets over and intercepts. 30 minutes gone.
You can never be short of runners in...
He leaps for it! He will be livid with himself.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Williams. Gravenberg deals with that comfortably. Frimpong. Now he's got space here. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Tries to play it through. That pass isn't the best. And he's picked out the run. And the shot!
He did so well to create the room to get the shot away.
Out for a throw. De Jong. Reinders. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. That is good alertness. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And here's De Jong. Now it's Gakpo. Dani Olmo. The Netherlands are still behind as we reach out for half-time. Knocks it into space. Shoots! It's a goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
So the lead now is 2.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
Well, he's found support out wide. He's shifting through the gears here. Ake. And it's Reinders. Now it's Gakpo. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Pedro Porro short changes him with that pass. And here's Gakpo. Tries a measured ball. There's the header! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Well, you have to say how clever the pass was. It caught the defence off guard because of the disguise on it, and it makes it all the more disappointing that he didn't top it off with a finish.
Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. And the finish! Oh, he's hit the bar! Nico Williams. Kubasin. Pedri. Zubimendi. Grimaldo. Now it's Dani Olmo. Yamal. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. That is ended up in no man's land. Zubimendi. Looking for the run. It's a foul, it's in the box, it's a penalty. The Netherlands present their opponents with the best possible chance here. Verbruggen must save this. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
A picture of confidence, that was never missing.
So now the difference is 3. And this is Depay. Now it's Gravenberch! And that's a sharp finish. And they are right back within touch. And that is all they have time for. So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest.
And there they are. Please welcome our players, everyone.
So off we go again.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Yamal receives it in a good... Tries a shot! And it's there! And they are disappearing out of sight. You don't keep those outs. He knew, he just knew.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
It's starting to look like a done deal now. Dani Olmo. Grimaldo. That pass has been well intercepted. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Zubimendi. Now it's Oyarzabal. And the pass is intercepted. Gravenberch. Dani Olmo. Played out wide. Pedro Porro has the space to... And a header! Harmlessly behind.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Reinders. De Jong. Frimpong. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Kubasin. Pedro Porro. Yamal. Now, can they get him away? He's in plenty of space here.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about. There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Well read, nice interception. Shifted it to the flank. Now it's Memphis Depay. Well, that's been cut out, well played. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. And here's Gakpo. Well, that's a clever-looking ball. Good read, needed to be. Now it's Oyarzabal. Now it's Williams. Couldn't squeeze it through. Zubimendi. And it's Pedri. Pedro Porro. Looking for options for movement. A lot of space ahead of him. Has to go back here. And it's Pedri. Frimpong. Oh, that's fabulous. Timber. Good take, and is he in? Pedri. Dani Olmo. Great vision. That looks a cracking ball. Look, Oyarzabal. Chance for a shot! And he's stuck it away. They will take that. They are absolutely ripping it up. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
As if 3 weren't enough. This is nigh on utopian. This is a gloriously greedy performance. Dani Olmo. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Over to the right flank. He's on it. Chance! And there's a goal! So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs. And when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
At least that has given their people something to smile about. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's Gravenberch. And he's picked it up out wide. And he's cut it out. Dani Olmo. Here's Oyarzabal. Van Dijk does really well to win the ball there. Oh, easy pickings there. Pedro Porro. Yamal. Oh, super ball. Frimpong. No, that's been intercepted. Dani Olmo. He's found a way past. The ball is loose and the chase is on.
And again, they're pressing effectively.
Memphis Depay. Can he get on the end of this? That's a nicely shaped ball. Big chance! Pedri. Spread to the right. Well, that has not gone well. Dani Olmo. Pedro Porro. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Kubasi. Lenormand. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. That's a cute ball. Oh, nicely intercepted. Dani Olmo. And it's Pedri. Now Subimendi. And it's Olmo. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Grimaldo. Gravenberch. De Jong. Can he get it through?
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Timber. Ambitious ball here. Gakpo providing an outlet on that flank. He's being urged to shoot. Dani Olmo. Pedri. Now it's Yamal. Dani Olmo. Gravenberch. Frimpong. Now it's Gakpo. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And no surprise, that's a booking. Subimendi. This is a promising build-up. And it's Olmo. And here's Yamal. Oh, he's having a go!
Lamine Yamal really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Pau Kubasi makes the interception. Grimaldo. And he's quick to return it. Dani Olmo. Decent chance! Brilliant from Dani Olmo! A finish of true class! Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel. Spain are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Timber's cross. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. And it's made its way to him. No, he refuses to take the bait. Now it's Yamal. Now it's Yamal. And he's lost his man here.
That's good play from him.
Yamal couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Well, I appreciate the fact he's trying to make a difference, and if he carries on like that, he may well do.
Pass somewhat off target. Threads one in. That's been slipped through. He is through here, and a chance! And now they can spring out of defence. He's a sharp little ball here. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
2 added minutes has been
He
indicated.
has found the way through. Hangs one in. Yamal. 2 minutes to be added on. Pedri running with intent. That is a great pick out. Here's Oyarzabal. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Yellow or red? It is red. He does seem to be in considerable discomfort, but I do hope it's nothing serious. So seemingly that was deemed a denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity.
Yes, sadly he knew exactly what he was doing and he had to go with the risk.
He's having a good look here. This the perfect chance to... Dani Olmo! Deftly away. It's a pretty loose pass. And that is as far as it goes. The Netherlands suffer a humiliating defeat, and if that weren't painful enough, there's all the analysis. Well, welcome everybody to what is a really important game, which is going to be played here in conditions somewhat suboptimal. The rain is falling heavily, the players are feeling it on their backs, and soon the pitch will be evidently much wetter than is perfect. It's going to be a test for all involved. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up. And there's the shot! An early chance there, first of the game.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Palmer! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Bruno Guimaraes. It's a pretty loose pass. Knocks it into space, and he's picked it up out wide. Very nicely done. Foden stood his ground strongly. Marquinhos, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And that's definitely not his best. Chooses to go crossfield. Foden. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, I've always liked the very all-round capabilities.
It's Kane! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, the way he set himself up was just so clever. No wonder he's disappointed.
And it's Neymar. Nicely weighted ball. Bullish header! It's there!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And no, he's seen through all of that. Douglas Luiz, spread out to the left. It's a promising position. Well, that's cause for mild irritation. No, he's not getting past him there. Saka. He's got away. In with the challenge. Saka. Douglas Luiz. And Neymar. And here's Kane. He shifted it to the flank. He is just caressing the ball. Nice physical challenge. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. João Pedro, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's Palmer. Now it's Rice. And he's in on goal. Bellingham! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Corner number 2 then. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Neymar.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Neymar. It's Neymar! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And it's Carlos Augusto. Tries to play it through. Alexander-Arnold. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Played into space. Tries a shot! And there's a goal! England are back in business! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got...
Rafinha! Straight at the keeper.
Rafinha really isn't likely to reflect kindly on that. He doesn't need to be told. He knows.
Now it's Savinho. Danilo receives it in a wide position. Oh, he's found support out wide. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Looking for the run. Brilliantly cut out. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. Foden. Now it's Kane. Bellingham, he is onto this. There's the shot! It's bounced back off the post. Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
And not just close, agonisingly close.
Not the most accurate pass. Palmer. And this is Kane. And reclaim. Can he finish? He's keen, determined to have his say.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Carlos Augusto. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rafinha. He's a sharp little ball here. He's shifting through the gears here. Big chance! It's Luke. Has another go! Goal! Brazil! And they're back in front. Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. And here's Rafinha. Neymar. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
Well, it's not...
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Picked out brilliantly. Great chance! Foden. Palmer. That is good alertness. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Rice. And it's played in. And a header! Oh, not this time, but a lot of applause for the thought.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against.
Danilo. Bruno Guimaraes. Douglas Luiz. Marquinhos cuts out the pass. Carlos Augusto. And it's Douglas Luiz. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Palmer. Kane. Foden. And that is expertly dealt with. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
England clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Rice touches it back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Lewis Skelly. Savinho has got himself a free kick. Danilo. And it's Neymar. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Carlos Augusto. Spread out to the left. Now, that's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. And he's going to have his name taken. Marquinhos. And it's Neymar. Neymar has been caught there, it's a foul. Gabriel. Passing is crisp and sharp. Gabriel is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Shoots! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Corner number 3 coming up. Lucas Perry claims comfort. And now they can spring out of defence. Spread it left. Now it's Rafinha. He's picked his way through.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Lovely feet. Foden. Neymar was in no mood for any of that. Well, that looks a decent ball. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Palmer. Palmer. Well, he's a tricky customer, but he slams the door shut. Gabriel. Played to Danilo. And that signals the end of the first period. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time.
Making their way home on public
Well, the
today,
pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go at the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that 2-goal cushion early in the second half.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
England really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
And he's being shifted off it. That's going wide left. Rafinha gets into a good position. Foden. Palmer. Rice. That's destined for the flank. Carlos Augusto. Well seen, saw that coming. Marquinhos. Opts for safety. And it's Guimaraes. Neymar. Foden. And that is a little undercooked. Oh, good spread. In towards the back stick. Stones deals with that comfortably. Saka. And that could set him on his way.
That's going in strongly.
Goes down, but nothing given. João Pedro. It's a really well-measured ball. Back where it came from. Palmer. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Now it's Neymar. Neymar. It's Neymar! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Neymar actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Oh, great leap! England have the chance to go the other way. And it's Douglas Luiz. Great vision. Tries to pass it. Real chance! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Brazil have their second corner now. England are looking to go forward now. Can he get it through? Good ball, good take. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Good read, needed to be. Alexander-Arnold. Gabriel makes the interception. Carlos Augusto. England needing a change of fortune here. Now, can they get him away? He is through here! There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And he's managed to get free. Played in by Foden. That's an excellent interception.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Now it's João Pedro.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
That has not gone well. Nicely spread, and he's quick to return it. Neymar, and they can counter here. Alexander-Arnold promptly onto that, and that is that. Well, that is one way to stop him. Aimed beyond the defence, and it's made its way to him. He has found the way through. And the finish! And he hits the net. And there's the goal they've been looking for. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
And it's Kane. Chance here to counter. Looking for a runner. Saka finds himself offside. Danilo. He's found the way through. Terrific effort! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. Palmer. Oh, shooting chance! And a terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Chance to towering header! Bruno Guimaraes. Foden. Savinho. João Pedro. Alexander-Arnold. Chips it through. And that could well leave a mark. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. He's shifting through the gears here. Bellingham couldn't squeeze it through. And it's Neymar. Rice.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Strokes it back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
This looks promising. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Tries from a long way out. Gave it a go, but off target.
Well, that's a sign that he clearly feels the need to take it upon himself to try and get his side back into this.
Carlos Augusto. Neymar. Palmer charging forward, the ball at his feet. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Palmer! It's off target and by quite a way.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Neymar. Looking to play him in. Oh, that's a foul and the whistle's gone. The referee's come over. It's a red card. It looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock from that challenge. Well, no question, Jim, the referee has seen that as a professional foul.
He really ended up between a rock and a hard place then, Peter. Probably...
Neymar! Decent hit from there. Lewis Skelly. Now Foden. Now it's Bellingham. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Saka. Looking for options for movement. Oh no, this does not look good. It's not an especially good pass, that. Stones. Driving forward. Can he get on the end of this? Decent chance! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Well, they've got a big enough job on their hands as it is, Peter. They really need to be putting those chances away.
Not the most convincing. And a chance! This time, surely! It's a goal! Kane duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
Just one in it now.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
João Pedro.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
He has found the way through. That is lovely.
Brazil clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave. Palmer concedes a free kick for that. Palmer has been shown a second yellow, just to confirm. He is therefore off. Five minutes left on the clock. Well, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Foden. And it's Lewis Skelly.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Threads one in. Savinho receives it in a good position here. He's having a pop! Lewis Skelly. Rice. Douglas Luiz. That's been slipped through. Great ball, and he's in. Shot at goal! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve. Oh no, what has happened? Chance! Rice. Saka. Now it's Saka. He's picked his way through. Oh, that was vital.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
We are into stoppage time. Oh, easy pickings there. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Rice. That's the end. Well, that was intense. An enjoyable contest that either could easily have won, ultimately decided by... Well, conditions here are unkind to say the least. Welcome everybody on a wet, wet night. The rain is tumbling down here by the bucketful, and it is going to have a real impact on the important contest that lies ahead. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Pete.
And a chance! Oh, it's fallen loose again! He's got away with one there.
Well, it wasn't the best pass, was it? The apologetic look says it all, really. He knows he could have got his team in real trouble then.
There's no sort of quality on that. In towards the back stick. Johor Darul Tazim have the chance to go the other way. Figueiredo. Quick look, thought about cutting inside. Goes for a shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Persib Bandung have their second corner now. Surely now! Oh, it's a fair try, but just off target.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Great vision. It's out for a goal kick. More and more pressure on the ball here. Nicely weighted. Great chance! Off the post! And another try! And he's done it! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Persib Bandung gain their reward with an early goal. Davis. He won't be happy with that one. Knocks it into space. And the shot! Oh, didn't catch it right.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
And that's a simple one for the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And he's forced to go back. High.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
That's good running with the ball. Well, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Well, this is worrying. He is not the sort of player who tends to stay down.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's...
And he's going direct. They want to be quick to recover this. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Oh, that's a key interception. High. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. An instinctive delivery. And it's claimed by the keeper.
Johor Darul Tazim are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Well, that pass isn't the best.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
That's beautifully weighted. Oh, he's all alone. Chance! Well taken goal. And this is getting better and better. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Persib Bandung are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produce something out of nothing there.
And he shoots! Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Johor Darul Tazim really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
There's the header! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Well, it really shouldn't be allowed to happen again. It needs to be dealt with at source.
Strong running down that left flank. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Corner number 3 coming up. They've played it short. Has to go back. Can he finish? Oh, what this time, surely? Oh, the ball's run loose here. And now they can spring out of defence. Pass is just off target. Turns back here, probably the best option. Davis. Lovely bit of skill. Whistle's gone, that's foul. But he's left disappointed.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
High. Reinders. No, again there's no way through.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
That is ended up in no man's land. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. That is very well defended. It's a great gallop down the right-hand side. Cross into the box. Oh, that's a fine interception. Approaching the half-hour mark. Always onto this. The ball has bounced loose now. Big chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Persib Bandung find a position of real strength now. Shot could be on. Chance, surely! Reinders. High. Spread to the right. High. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Played back to the goalkeeper. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. High, pass somewhat off target. That has been slung wide. Well, that has not gone well. He's going for goal! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Stood up well to him there. Tries a shot! It goes to show he is human after all.
Well, if they hope to have any chance of turning this round, they have to abandon their shoot-on-sight policy. It's just not working.
It's a really well-measured ball. Darul Tazim are still behind as we reach out for half-time. Well, that is one way to stop him. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. He's on it. Can he get away? So, what can they make of this? That is a little undercooked. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And now the breakaway. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Bullish header! And the keeper has done it off. Top stop.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits.
Oh, shooting chance! It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
High. He's being urged to shoot. Spread it left. It's a pretty loose pass. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Nice bit of trickery. Oh, good spread. It's a promising position, and he's managed to get free. No way through, so back it comes. Decent chance! Has another go! Oh, it's come off the upright.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
He's picked his way through. He's had a shot! Now, how often do you see that?
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Out of play for a throw. Cross to the back post. Brilliantly cut out. And it's slung out wide. That's a good ball out wide. And he's intervened well there. And it's half-time. Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up. Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. That gets us going once more. 45 minutes to change their fate. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Oh, nicely intercepted. Davis. Genuine physical edge about this game, it is quite attritional. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Oh, super find. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. High. He is through here. Davis. Looking for options for movement. He's got away. Oh, super ball. A real chance. It's hit the upright. Persib Bandung are looking to break at pace. High. Oh, easy pickings there. Persib Bandung needed that. They really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Played out to the left flank, looking for the far post. He's in plenty of space here. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Great defending, strong and determined. High.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Not the most accurate pass. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
And it's made its way to him. And the shot! He's kept it out, just.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Persib Bandung are looking to go forward now. That has not gone well. Oh, he's takes a shot! No, he's missed it. pass isn't the best. High. Can he get it through? Just eases him off the ball. He's a sharp little ball here. High. Some really good ball movement. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. Davis has been given his marching orders. He had already been on a yellow card from a previous incident.
Well, if he's serious about trying from this range, I think he must feel he can generate the power. Big ask.
Decent chance! He steps in, and that's the end of that. In towards the back stick. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Over to the right flank. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Reinders. Pinches it off him. Driving forward. Can he get on the end of this? Played out towards the right wing. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And that pass just didn't quite work.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Johor Darul Tazim couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Oh, he's found support out wide. He's shifting through the gears. Shoots! And yes, it's there! His utter joy. He engages with absolute happiness. And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
This is a gloriously greedy performance. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Lovely feet. Hangs one in. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Nicked it back promptly. And he's let fly. Some front-footed pressing going on here. It's a pretty loose pass. Paris ended up in no man's land. No, that's been intercepted. And the pass is intercepted. High. Pass somewhat off target. And that has left him in a heap. Oh, good spread. Space for him to turn and look. And a header! Decent chance, that is a fine delivery. High. Not the most accurate pass. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Has a look and plays it forward. Now that's well seen too. Figueiredo. And he's picked it up out wide. Tries to play it through. Now this could be a chance.
Well, they can at least make a fight of it. Even if it's just a goal, the lift it would give would be huge no matter what the end result is. This is the time you need that pace.
Looking for the run.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Oh, that pass isn't the best. Chance for a shot! And it's in! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
Persib Bandung are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. He has found the way through. And the finish! No, it's wide. Rangers. Not too much more here than seeing... Oh, no question, that's a foul. And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident. This looks promising. Passing is crisp and sharp. That's a good ball out wide. Now, can they get him away? Oh, well played. Figueiredo. Now, that looks a decent ball. And they can counter here. That has not gone well.
2 added minutes
Time
has been
added
indicated.
on will be 2 minutes. Can he finish? Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
Johor Darul Tazim still making a fight of this. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. That's going across goal, but he's made sure that's not getting through. That's at the end. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and seemingly clueless. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim? So hello and welcome to everybody who has joined us for the build-up to this occasion of ultimate tribalism. And as you would expect, that build-up has been remarkable. They fight here not just for the pride of their manor, but in the ultimate show of one-upmanship. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. This is always a game of consequence.
Well, I played in a fair few derbies, Peter, and in my time, derbies were derbies.
Well, I had a feeling you might say something like that, Jim.
Well, for this one, while I'm not expecting a fully fledged derby, it will be very combative, very competitive at least. It can't be anything else.
So things are underway. This easily the most keenly anticipated of today's games. Pass is just off target. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass...
Shot a goal! Good try, very good try, in fact.
Well, that was smashed with venom, violence even. All he had to do was hit the target. It's such a shame.
Some front-footed pressing going on here. Knocks it into space. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, this guy, Theo Hernandez, for me, has evolved into one of the best fullbacks, Peter. Certainly in terms of attacking contributions. You'd be hard-pressed to find someone as good as he is in the final third, especially with the movement that allows him to receive the ball in those little pockets of space.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. He's having a hit! He's done very well to get to that.
It's quite a show he's putting on here. This is excellent work.
Darwin, great defending, strong and determined. Cristiano Ronaldo. Brozovic. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Tries one from range! Oh, he hit that sweetly.
Well, look at him, furious at himself for missing. Having said that, the manager applauds his effort to find that bottom corner.
Al Nassr are applying all the early pressure.
Yeah, whether they've been allowed to set the standards or not, they're setting them, and a goal has to follow.
Al-Dassari. Now that looks a decent ball. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Brozovic. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Now the ball in.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
Pressing high and with purpose. That'll be a throw-in. Now it's Benzema. This is a promising build-up. Nicely weighted ball. Benzema, expertly cut out, really nicely done. So it is still 0-0. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Ah, he's given it away. He's through here. João Felix gets flagged offside. And it's Mane, looking to play him in. Cristiano Ronaldo. Ruben Neves. So what can they make of this? João Felix takes a shot. Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
It's really well read here, but having done the hard part, he'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it.
Oh, wait. Big chance! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And he's following up! And there's his goal! It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. And this is Ronaldo. Pings it, getting up there! It's in! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Al Nassr are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Oh, it's come loose. Malcolm. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Al Nassr have hit a quick-fire double here and are firmly in the driving seat. 2-0 the score. Great chance! Dispatched clinically. And they are dragging it back! Game on again! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Just one in it now.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum...
And the shot! Oh, he's been... In he goes again! And he scores! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time.
Chance! Oh, that wasn't far away. Al-Dassari. Oh, he's found support out wide. He's got away. Oh, terrible mistake. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. And this is Ronaldo. And here's João Felix. Coman! Al-Dassari. Benzema. Now it's Benzema. Well, that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Al-Dassari. And the pass is intercepted. And it's Hernandez. Now it's Benzema. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Benzema. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Coman has it in a wide position. And it's pulled back. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Space for him to turn and look. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And here's Benzema. Now this could be a chance. Oh, it's a clear foul, and the referee's got a decision to make. The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick. And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
Oh, well measured.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Brozovic. He is through here. Koeman. He's rising! Off the post. Koeman. Now this could be a chance. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, it's a fair try, but just off target.
Cristiano Ronaldo is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Searching pass he's played there. Simakan. Al-Ghanam.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Brozovic. That is ended up in no man's land. Tries to play it through. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, look, Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And this could be the final action of the first half. Nice interception, well timed. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Well timed, excellent interception. Nice looking ball. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Malcolm tries to pass it through. That has been cut short. And that signals the end of the first period. Al Nassr are finally getting a much-needed break. It's been absolutely breathless stuff so far. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first.
It's been played at such a frenetic pace. I'm amazed it's only been 45 minutes. I'm wondering whether these players are going to be able to maintain that energy.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. Well, it has been a high-octane first half, full of action, both sides with 2 goals going in at half-time. The second half is... It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Ronaldo! Superb!
Well, what a restart this has been. A top player striking early. The perfect fillip to push on from what was a stunning finish.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
And now he has 2. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Driving on and making good progress. Now then, the ball's come loose. Ruben Neves. And he's managed to get free. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Now, can they get him away? This looks promising. And he's gone long. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Mane. He slings it in. Martinez. And it's Brozovic. Stood up well to him there. Did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. No, that's been intercepted. Ruben Neves. Mane. He's picked his way through. Drives it. A header! I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. He can run onto that. He's found a way through. Coman. Malcolm finding himself in space. Oh, what a mistake! Well, that's cause for mild irritation. Ruben Neves looking for the run.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Koulibaly. Ball is over the line. It's a good run he's making out on the left. He's had it taken off him. And that's definitely not his best. Al Nassr have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see...
Tries a shot! And he makes no mistake. Again, we are level. What a contest!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful. Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
Well, what a game we have on our hands here.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Hernandez. Not the most accurate pass. Nicely spread. Mane. Oh, easy pickings there. Who saw this coming? Al Nassr are hurt by just about the final punch. Oh, what a ball! Real chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Opts to play it back. Joao Felix. Oh, red, nice interception. Some good work on the right flank here. He has found the way through. Tries to cross. Oh, shooting chance! And he's found the net! And again they hit the front. He made it happen. Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
Al Nassr with the lead. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Oh, super... Coman! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Coman is offering a wry smile there.
So, third corner of the game. And a header! But he's left disappointed.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Al-Dassari. Simakan. And here's Joao Felix. Passing nice and neat. Ruben Neves. Oh, real chance to break. Coman. And it's Brozovic. And that is a little undercooked. Goes for the shot! Nearly, but not quite.
Well, he doesn't half hit a clean strike. The moment he was in that position, you knew he was going to smash it.
Oh, they could be caught out here. Hernandez. Looking for options for movement.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Thinks one through. Can he latch on to this? And here's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Al-Ghanam. Brozovic.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Spread neatly. Coman has the space to scheme. Decent chance! Could have won it there and then. He knows that. Oh, he knows it.
Brozovic really should have done better there. I just hope for his sake that he doesn't live to regret that.
And here's Mane. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Koulibaly. And it's Ruben Neves. Oh, that's well spotted. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Joao Felix! They want to be quick to recover this. And a chance! And no mistake. And surely that clinches it. There really is no way back now. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow too.
And this is Ronaldo. Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul. The referee's come over, it's a red card. Well, no question, Jim, the referee has seen that as a professional foul.
Well, it's never nice to see something like that, is it? But that's what it says in the letter of the law. He's got to go.
Great chance here from position A1. And this the perfect opportunity to create a cushion between them. Cristiano Ronaldo! Well, now it's a race for the ball. He's in a great position here. Oh, good effort! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Can he get it through? It's Cristiano Ronaldo! And that has fair fizzed. Al Nassr get their fourth corner. Mane! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no. And he's had it nicked away. Coman, spread to the right. Darwin, Benzema. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. It's gone out for a throw-in. Just eases him off the ball. Malcolm. And it's Ruben Neves.
There will be 3 minutes
beyond the defence. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Oh, good spread. Good ball, good take. Mane plays, he leaps for it. Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And he cuts out the supply. Ruben Neves. Ruben Neves gets across to intercept that. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that is that. Al Nassr can take all the spoils, and it is nothing less than what they are perfectly entitled to, following this splendid display of poise, potency and perfection. Joao Felix claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Well, how will we look back on that?
That is a superb win. This is one of those games where the result justifies whatever means. Just look at the players celebrating with the fans, everyone pumped. Takes me back.
Thank you very much for your cooperation.
That's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all.